What does control in a relationship really look like? Most people picture yelling, jealousy, or blatant manipulation, but the most dangerous kind of control, it's quiet, it's subtle, and it makes you question yourself. It's when your world starts to shrink, when decisions that should be yours suddenly feel complicated, when wanting something as simple as privacy or time with friends makes you feel guilty. Coercive control isn't about one big, obvious moment of harm. It's a slow, calculated breakdown of your independence, disguised as love, concern, or protection. And according to research, coercive control is a pattern of behaviors designed to intimidate, isolate, and strip away a partner's autonomy, often so gradually that they don't even realize it's happening. I'm Jordan Travers. I'm a licensed therapist at Awake Therapy, and today we're breaking down three major signs of coercive control, signs that might be hiding in plain sight. So let's get into it. Sign number one, isolating you from your support system. Picture this. You get a text from your best friend saying, "Let's catch up this weekend." You start typing yes, but then you hesitate. You already know how this will go. Your partner will sigh, make a comment about how they never see you anymore, or maybe even pick a fight. So instead, you delete the message because it's just easier this way, isn't it? Well, at first, it feels like love. They just want you around more. But then suddenly, every social event turns into an argument. Every friendship gets questioned, and hanging out with anyone else just feels exhausting. So you stop, not because you want to, but because it's just easier. And before you know it, the only person left in your world is them. Little by little, your world starts to shrink. And this is a super red flag alert. They guilt trip you for spending time with others. They stir up drama around your friendships and family. You feel nervous about how they'll react when you make plans. And this isn't random. A 2017 study found that controlling partners deliberately isolate their significant others because when you don't have outside support, they become the only voice in your head. Love doesn't mean cutting off the people who care about you. A healthy relationship should make your world bigger, not smaller. If you're losing connections, not by choice, but by pressure, it's time to ask why. Sign number two, limiting your movements. Have you ever paused before making plans, already anticipating the tension it might cause? Maybe you used to go out freely, but now every outing comes with questions, resistance, or subtle guilt tripping. Over time, the hassle outweighs the fun, so you just stop going altogether. Not because you want to stay in, but because it's less exhausting to avoid the conflict. At first, it seems like they're just being considerate. "It's dangerous out there. I just worry about you." Or, "Can't you just stay home tonight? I really miss you." It's framed as love, but here's the thing. When someone's concern starts dictating your choices, it's not about safety, it's about control. And the hardest part? You may not even notice how much freedom you've lost until it's already gone. At some point, the questions start feeling less like care and more like surveillance. Questions like, "Where are you? Who are you with?" Then it escalates. Maybe they demand your location at all times. Maybe they need access to your phone, your passwords, and your social media. Maybe they make plans so you don't have to. And before you know it, your world isn't just small, it's locked. A 2021 research shows that during the COVID-19 lockdowns, many abusive partners weaponized the pandemic to tighten their control. With restrictions on movement and increased time at home, victims found themselves more isolated than ever, making it harder to escape or even recognize the extent of their abuse. And the findings? They were chilling. Abusers used lockdown as an excuse to monitor their partner's every move, checking work calls, tracking their locations, and limiting their social interactions. Some went as far as falsifying COVID-19 test results to prevent their partner from leaving. One survivor's abuser lied to an airline, falsely claiming that she had tested positive just to stop her from boarding a plane to safety. The bottom line, if your movements are being restricted, monitored, or manipulated, pay attention. This isn't about love, it's about control. Sign 3, controlling aspects of your health and body. A healthy relationship means respecting each other's autonomy, including decisions about your own body. But in coercive control, a partner may try to dictate what you eat, what you wear, how much you exercise, whether you take medication, even decisions about birth control and pregnancy. At first, it sounds like concern. They may say things like, I just want you to be healthy, or you'd look so much better if you lost a little weight. But concern turns into control when you start feeling pressured to change yourself for their approval. The worst is when coercive control goes on to have fatal consequences. A 2022 BBC report revealed just how deeply coercive control is tied to domestic homicide. A Manchester Metropolitan University study analyzed over 300 domestic homicide cases in England and Wales, and the findings were shocking. More than half of the victims murdered by a current or ex partner had experienced coercive control in the relationship. These weren't sudden, unpredictable acts of violence. They were the end result of long term manipulation and isolation. The study also highlights how difficult it is to prosecute coercive control. Despite over 33,000 reported cases in England and in Wales in 1 year, only 373 resulted in convictions. This crime remains widely misunderstood and underreported, even though a third of women surveyed in the BBC study admitted to experiencing coercive control. The bottom line, coercive control isn't just about someone dictating what you wear, who you see, or what you do. It's about creating a world where you feel trapped and where the abuser holds all the power. If you recognize these signs in your own relationship or in someone you love, take them seriously because coercive control doesn't always stop at control. Sometimes it escalates into something far worse. Because here's the truth, if something in your relationship feels off, it probably is. Coercive control thrives in secrecy. The first step to breaking free is to recognizing it. And if any of these signs sound familiar, talk to someone you trust, a friend, a family member, or even a therapist. You are not overreacting. You deserve a relationship where you feel safe, valued, and free. And if you want to assess the power balance in your relationship, take the relationship control scale link in the description. And if this video helped, like, subscribe, and share because awareness can change lives. I'm Jordan Travers, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay empowered. Bye.